Welcome to this week's video. The video with respect to what you need to know for this upcoming week, what you should be focusing on, and what's possibly going to move the markets to the upside or unfortunately to the downside. This week, we'll be talking about vaccines. Once again, a bit of a broken record, but very important to the markets. We'll be talking about the markets in general, perhaps a little bit more volatile. Maybe some of the gains of November were taken away from December. And lastly, we're at the end of the year. Perhaps some investors will be looking at rebalancing, perhaps taking some losses to offset some of the gains that we've had earlier in the year. So all very important as we head into the final weeks of December. Over the last few weeks, especially as the calendar turned to December, been doing a lot of rebalancing. And I think a lot of individual investors will be doing that. A lot of advisors will be recommending some rebalancing because we did see such tremendous gains in the month of November. We've seen a lot of ups and downs throughout the course of the year. So I think we're going to see individual investors perhaps continue to trim back some of their winners, move money into other areas of the market. I still want to remain in this market because I believe we will continue to move higher, but I think it is definitely prudent to start trimming some of the winners and reinvesting that money somewhere else. And I think a lot of investors will look at this as an opportunity to perhaps sell some of the names that haven't done as well, maybe take some losses to offset some of the gains that we've seen over the course of the last, let's say 10 months or so. So look for some tax loss selling perhaps in the week ahead as well. Second topic or idea that I will be focusing on, and I think investors should be focusing on for the upcoming week, is this idea of volatility. We started to see volatility tick up a little bit towards the end of last week. And I think what we're seeing is individual investors taking a pause or hitting the pause button with respect to valuation or stocks. I think a lot of people feel as though the gains that we saw in November took a little bit away from what we may have seen in December. So I would not be surprised to see the market sort of trend sideways. I'm not thinking we're going to see a big pullback, but perhaps we won't see the normal surge that seasonally we get in December. So take a look at the VIX, take a look at where the market is trading. Perhaps we'll see money return back more to the tech names versus the other names, or we'll see the vaccine stocks surge ahead. I think that, push and pull between those two types of investments is what I'm going to be focused on in the upcoming week. So this week, we're going to see the rollout of the vaccines in the United States and here in our country, in Canada. Obviously, here in Toronto or in Canada, we're going to be receiving a lot less dosages than they are going to be having or receiving in the United States. In the United States, I believe they're looking at 3 million doses to go out throughout all the states, and hopefully that will be a pretty smooth transition from Pfizer to all the different states. I believe that here in Toronto, we're going to be receiving some doses, and in Ottawa. And if everything goes well, this should go a long way to helping individual investors feel a lot more positive about what's happening with the vaccines. And when we get more down the road, things hopefully will be even smoother. And this should be a positive feeling for individual investors.